Hi everybody, Mark Michaels here, joined today with Miss Julie Clark and Morgan Cromer to talk about the Cascade Range Select Sale. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Hello.
Well, we are here once again at the beautiful, picturesque Deschutes County Fairgrounds in Redmond, Oregon, and the home of the Cascades Futurity, which is the seventh year now?
It is the eighth year.
Eighth year.
Oh,
Look
gosh.
at the time flies. Yeah.
It does.
So you've been hosting this show out here, and it's gotten bigger every year. It's drawn new faces every year, and that's been the fun part, I think, is the people that have come every year and the new faces looking, because of all the hype around this show. And now we've got the Cascade Range Select Sale. Let's talk a little bit about what was the vision behind having a sale out here on the West Coast.
Well, I think it was something that we've talked about. I mean, so many people from the Pacific Coast, from the West Coast, have talked about since we lost the gelding stake sale at Pacific Coast. Is that we need a sale out here to represent, our breeders, our horses, and there's a lot of different reasons, but yeah, that was kind of our vision, and Julie having this show, it gave us a great place to get it going. And it was just kind of a venture that we've all been talking. I mean, it wasn't just us. We just kind of took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, a lot of the sales are based around the Texas, Oklahoma area now. What does this mean for breeders on the West Coast now to have the option to have a sale out here on the West Coast that is an online sale and still accessible and accessing people globally?
I
Julie,
think for the most part, it's highlighting those breeders. We've been doing some calculations on everybody in the West Coast and those breeders, and we've come up to about 35 million in lifetime earnings off of those breeders on the West. That's pretty impressive. And I think being able to offer them a kind of a little smaller venue for them to be highlighted in a larger scale has been really important to anybody that we've reached out to.
Yeah, and obviously the timing is a big factor. These colts are looking good this time of year. You haven't hit winter here yet. It hasn't started cooling off, so there's no blankets. There are some blankets at night here, but not too many just yet. So the colts are looking at their prime right now.
They are.
Yeah, that's been a big deal for us. It's made it a little easier. You talk about 3 less months really of fitting those colts, and being able to not have to do that whole process of getting them blanketed, keeping them slick until that. And so that's been a big sell for us, and even just for us personally. I know it's a whole lot easier for me to sell a yearling when I can just have it in and grain it up and do some videos, and then reach the amount of people that we're reaching with it being an online sale.
Yeah, and obviously the logistics of not having to transport that horse long distances, and there's risks involved with that, obviously, so that helps as well. And then let's talk about the partnership with 817 Horse Sales. What was behind that?
I think the biggest thing was we just needed, somebody that knew our industry, that had a base of people around them that were people that we wanted to see these horses. There's a lot of great online sale companies, obviously, but they just have the base of the cutters and stuff that we needed to see, and they've been awesome. They came last year, and they're coming again this year to run, the platform for us, and it's been a really good partnership. I think we've had the right outreach of people that get to see those horses, and that's been the most important is getting it out there and getting those seen. But I've had the biggest reward from seeing the people that are breeding the horses out here, getting to know those guys, 817, and just saying, oh, we didn't even know them. And now it's not only good for our breeders, it's also good for them. Yeah. They get a whole new, clientele.
Well, the online sales have really taken off in the last few years, and there's a whole networking factor behind that now,
Yes,
and allowing people to be able to sit at home and bid on these horses. They can do their research ahead of time. Everything is listed up front. The x-rays are available, so it gives them a great way to not have to go travel and go sit at the sale and wait all day to bid on one horse, where they can kind of keep doing what they're doing at home and be able to still access or have the option to bid on these horses.
I think the other thing is that Morgan has handpicked, goes through them all. She's been able to look at them and really vet out all of those horses and what suits it, picks what fits the best for the sale. And so that's been really, really wonderful to have.
Yeah, keeping the quantity lower, quality higher, and then it really involving some, we have some new faces this year, bringing some 2-year-olds that I'm really excited about. We have, new people wanting to put them in, people that are out here that I don't even know, and that's been exciting to me to see those people bring them. One of the things that was interesting with the online sale deal, though, going back to that for just a second, was about 70% of those horses last year sold off of the West Coast, outside the West Coast.
Yeah.
So you talk about our breeders being able to get those horses in the sale, but maybe they're not just selling here.
No.
Right? And that's a big portion.
Well, that's the beauty of having the online sales, is it provides more direct access to these bloodlines from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some big breeders out here on the West Coast, and this is a way for them to highlight those bloodlines out here, and maybe let people take notice of those that they might get washed down a little bit in the bigger sales, and they don't know enough about those mares, whereas here those mares are being highlighted and they're seeing the progeny of those.
Yes.
We've got a wide selection this year. Let's talk about that. You've got some brood mares, embryos, show horses, 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds, yearlings,
Everything.
a little bit of everything.
I think we got everything except for some weanlings this year.
Right.
Last year, Julie really helped us get started. We did, she had 15, I think, last year in the sale. This year she's only got 3. We sold a bunch of them last year, but she helped us get it going, and we're right at the same number again this year. But we've had way more interest with people that are bringing them, and I keep telling everybody, I know this is not an easy task, and we're not just a one-hit wonder. We're going to stay with it, try to make it as good a quality as we can, and hopefully every year it gets a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's an important part, and obviously it always takes a little bit to get something going, but the way you guys have done it, it's already gotten a lot more interest this year, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's more promotion going on around it, and I think it's definitely drawing attention out here. Julie, how has it been for you having this as part of the Cascades Futurity? Obviously it's a big enhancement for it and draws more attention, but it's a big part of what is the Cascades Futurity now.
It is. I mean, if I could have thought back, 8 years ago and had a 10-year plan, this certainly would have been part of it. So for me, it's a niche that I really, really think has been important for the show, because we bring it in. We have a very good group of people that come in, because right before when we do this, then we go into a branding, which is and there's a lot of energy about that. So I think it's been very important. I'm very proud. I've got such a wonderful team that helps put this together, this whole show and the production of it all, that it sits very nicely within the 14 days. Yeah,
well, it's always a lot of fun that day. Like you said, there's a lot of other things going on as well. Let's talk about the preview a little bit. The sale will start 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. It'll open. It'll start 8 a.m. and it's online bidding all day long. And then Pacific Coast time, so 8 a.m. Pacific. And then in the afternoon, we're going to start that preview at around 5-ish.
We're hoping to start about 3.
3? Okay. Yeah, right after the
So I think there's 7 sets. We're hoping to start it right after that, get the 2-year-olds previewed, and then directly after that, the sale will begin to close.
Okay. And let's talk about that. It's going to be on CHC Live Scoring. You'll be able to watch these 2-year-olds. There's going to be an arena set up here. Yep. They're going to be working live on cattle, so you'll be able to kind of get a good look at these 2-year-olds. And that was fun last year. We had a big crowd watching here just in the arena.
Yes, yeah, and I think that's going to be even better this year. We got some stuff worked out, but I'm pretty excited about this year. So our quality of our 2-year-olds this year, already just watching the videos of them, I'm so excited about it, and everybody keeps bringing up, well, could we get to do those, sell those live? And I say, hey, if we can get this thing going even better, that might be something we look at it. Yes. So it's exciting to get people into it and get them going. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and so be sure to check out the 817 Horse Sales website. You can see the full catalog there. You can go in, you can look at all the videos, the photos, the x-rays, everything is on there. Yep. Be sure to contact one of these ladies if you need more information, or Cody, Matt, or Taryn at 817. And we look forward to having everybody watching online or here in the arena, and then be sure and stay for the ranch branding afterwards. That's always fun.
Thanks, Mark.
Well, thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.